My name is Adam Euchre, and I'm the Athletic and Activity Director at Williamsville High School. I'm speaking to you today on behalf of the SAGMO Conference. We'd like your consideration for our proposed change to Bylaw 3.170, which is in regards to the multiplier of 1.65 and classifications for non-boundaried schools within the Illinois High School Association.
What are we proposing? Currently, the multiplier of 1.65 has been in place since a two-class era system and has not been recalibrated to align with the expanded classification framework and increases in population density across the state of Illinois. As a result, we would like to add a new multiplier of 2.5 to all non-boundaried schools. We would still keep the multiplier waiver in place that was recently implemented by the Board of Directors during last school year. Why do we feel this change is necessary? Per the Illinois High School Association's website, there are currently 802 total schools that are members of the Illinois High School Association. Out of these 802 schools, 218 are classified as non-boundaried schools. This gives the IHSA a makeup of 584 public or boundaried schools, which is roughly 73% of the entire membership, and 218 non-boundaried schools, which is 27% of the entire membership.
Currently, there are 19 sports and activities within the postseason that have more than one class that award trophies. Out of these 19 sports and activities, there are 64 different classes where trophies can be awarded. If the competitive balance between boundaried and non-boundaried schools was accurate and equal, all classes would have 75% of trophies going to boundaried schools and 25% going to non-boundaried.
As we have seen over the past several school years, there has been a noticeable shift in competitive balance between boundaried and non-boundaried schools across multiple sports and activities, and that 27% does not necessarily hold up. Out of the 64 classes in which trophies are awarded, 31 or 48% have non-boundaried schools winning more than 20% of the trophies over the past 12 years. Out of those 31 classes, 14 classes had over 40% of the trophies being won by non-boundaried schools over the last 12 years. And out of those 14 classes, 6 of those had 50% of the trophies or more being won by non-boundaried schools over the past 12 school years. As you can see on the screen here, these are the 6 sports and activities and classes within those that have non-boundaried schools winning over 50% of the trophies. 5A football, 58.33%, 1A boys tennis, 58.33%, 2A boys soccer, 61.36%, 3A volleyball, 62.5%, 1A girls soccer, 68.75%, and 1A boys soccer, 75%. A full breakdown of all trophies won by non-boundary schools over the last 12 years can be viewed at the link below. So why would this proposal bring about a positive change to the Illinois High School Association? First, this promote greater competitive balance in postseason play across all sports and activities by placing non-boundaried schools in the correct classification based on the ability to draw students from a 30-mile radius. Second, this modernizes the multiplier to align with the current multi-class structure within the IHSA rather than relying on the outdated two-class system when the original 1.65 multiplier was established. This also increases transparency by allowing schools to preview their classification before casting votes. Previous proposals that we submitted, schools could not see where they would fall within certain classifications for each sport and activity. This also reinforces fairness and consistency in competition by addressing long-standing disparities between boundary and non-boundaried schools, mainly that non-boundaried schools can pull from a 30-mile radius, while boundaried schools are limited to the students within their school district. And finally, this keeps the current waiver process in place that was established by the IHSA Board of Directors this past school year. You also can view additional data that supports our proposal at the links below. We hope that you take the time to review these as you're considering our bylaw proposal.
Once again, thank you for taking your time today to listen to our proposed change to Bylaw 3.170. We hope that you take your time to review all of the data that we have provided that shows the importance of this proposed change.